Victory awaits!
So...
Look, over there.
looks like that is a path, but it's currently closed off. Area under observation, unsanctioned access prohibited. And this must be the path that they have opened for us, specifically. Reach the reactor, deal with Aurora. So this is the sacred relic. And that must be Aurora. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible deaths that you've skirted, only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's vox rasps musingly. A cog. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust I will build order. Silence, heretic. The crazed preaching will not touch my mind. Step away from the sacred reactor and I might allow you to surrender. Pascal announced my arrival. What a talented enemy. Can you do the governor's voice? So normally if we had Abelard here, I'm sure I would have the option for Abelard to announce my arrival, because we've used that many times, but since we sent Abelard away, now it's Pascal, announce my arrival. She clearly knows who we are. I don't think that is needed. But I kind of want to do it anyway. Sure, Pascal, announce my arrival. Pascal lets out an intimidating binaric shrill and announces grimly, with the Omnisci's blessing, the rogue trader Von Valencius has come before the miraculous fusion reactor, seeking to perform purification and eradicate the corruption. All unauthorized persons are hereby ordered to lay down their arms and humbly accept their punishment. Humility is the lot of the meek. I am a harbinger of great changes, and visions of the great cataclysm to come, and have incinerated what humility I had in my heart. The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door to the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant to what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch, blazing in his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Ah, Cassius squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues. Wild colors that scorch the eyes. But where the motley masks end, nothing but a colorless void remains. Who are you? Your people wanted my head. Why? Are you trying to blow up the reactor? We can't do heretical. We could do iconoclast attack. Enough, I will rid Rykad Minoris of your tyranny, or dogmatic attack in the name of the God Emperor, die foul creature. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralon the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykad Minoris ablaze. A great path for one who has born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the Edge of Daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon or just another heretic? The Edge of Daybreak, is that your unholy patron? This was the final dawn. It is all your followers ever talk about. Would like to know. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Why are you blinding people? I think that's enough heretical talk. Good. So usually whenever there's this, that's enough talk, that usually means we can go through all the other options. So whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom, and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Rogue Trader, you can't wait to close the creature's mouth with the seal of death, or are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? Or I can't wait. I assume it'll be a fight and we'll all have to fight her together. But if you get the final shot, you're welcome to it. The Edge of Daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful God, born in the Imperium out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. The woman's face is hidden behind her mask, but there is a sharpness to her voice that convinces you that her face is contorted in a grimace. And he remembers you, Ignatius von Valencius. Your little purge by fire will not make you invisible to the Weaver of Destinies. You steeled your soul with your faith in the God Emperor and walked through the flames on the officer's deck in time to rendezvous with Edelthrad. Did that actually fully purge us of... Because we had like a voice in our mind that hasn't shown up in a while. So... Purge by fire, but I feel like we did still have events dealing with that even after we walked through the fire. But maybe not. Maybe that did fully purge out whatever that was that Hunrad infected us with. This was the final dawn. It's all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will acclaim every inhabitant of the Koronus Expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the idol of iron they call the Omnissiah? No, we will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat. All are consigned to serving the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are the most easily replenished of all resources. Even your path is predestined, Rogue Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. They insist that that is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. I mean, yes, eventually we are going to die, and the efforts that we will have made in our life as a rogue trader will benefit certainly people in the Koronus Expanse, but also Mars and Terra and other more central worlds will benefit from the Koronus Expanse becoming more civilized and more unified into the Imperium. But that doesn't necessarily mean that... Like, she's trying to say that we are just going to die for other people's gain, but it's like we are going to have a good, fulfilling life as a rogue trader, basically the top of the world, before we die. And that doesn't sound bad. Yeah, why are you blinding people? Do you think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections and mirrors blessed by the energies of the Imperium, the Edge of Daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence and gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes are lies. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas as though it has been burned into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? Your own death. You just haven't recognized it yet. Cabela leans forward and whispers with a smile. Remember its face. Well, I think that is enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Kunrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. Are you trying to blow up the reactor? I'm lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the edge of daybreak's visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility, and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the Imperium, in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find their salvation and their new form in it. Yeah, I think blowing up the planet is not going to turn out well for anyone living here. Heretic or, you know, follower of the Emperor. You will never tame the spirit. You will never tame the spirit of this ancient and noble machine, ignorant layperson. It does have a vile temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. The woman nods towards the maimed electro-priests whose hands are affixed to the control panel with steel stakes. Well, that's brutal. One of the servants of the Omnissiah casts a tortured glance at you, his voice trembling with horror. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies, I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnissiah with the sacrileges our hands are committing. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, the scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn for a change and freedom. In the name of the God Emperor, die, foul creature. Someone's voice becomes thin and brittle like that of an innocent child. Execute them in the name of the edge of daybreak. The extra priests rip their hands off the command panels, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. As their schematical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force's radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name of the heretic keeps repeating. The edge of daybreak digs into your hearing like a blade into the defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Alright, so she threw something down. We don't know what. She's got a bubble around her. She's not even a target in this battle. Huh. Like, I can't right-click on her to get any information. So I assume that means she's not actually part of this fight. Yeah, when we tab to highlight, she doesn't show up. So we've got a bunch of cultists, some electro priests, cultists way back there. Over here, a bunch more cultists and electro priests. Same. Okay. Do we split the party? Have half of us go towards the right taking people out and half go towards the left taking people out? Or do we line all of us up to go one way, which means we might end up getting attacked from the back? Neither is particularly a good option. Why are some of our frontline people in the back? Or, yeah. I think our whole party is in like reverse order of how we should be. We've got like Heinrichs and Pascal in the back, and like Ignatius and Cassia in the front. Cabella's in the back. Yeah, I think we're in reverse order from my usual party formation. Which isn't ideal, obviously. Well, let's deal with my ranged characters first. Ignatius. Tuck you back here. Cassia. Put you here. And Argenta. maybe here. And then for our melee characters, we've got Heinrichs, Pascal, maybe put him there. I don't know. And then Cabela. We've got 2 people on this side. And we put Pascal on this side as well. And then Cabela. I mean, partially the lines where we were lined up is the order, like the sides we should take, because I can't really move the people from this line over to that side very easily. Where are you in the turn order? You're first of the whole initiative. Neat. And I don't even need to have her hide or anything. I can just put her here, and then on her turn, what am I going to have her do? There aren't any that are like so clustered together that I can hit a whole bunch of them. If she was on this side, she could probably get to like here maybe. And hit 3 of them. Nah, whatever. You can get to here. No, here she'll be able to hit 3 of them as well. Yeah. Either way, I think that's fine. We can't control the Electro Priests, it seems, so they'll just do their own thing. We can't actually get her there. Huh. You guys have some serious health as well. So if I put her here, we could then do Raining Blood. Yeah.
Trust me.
Raining Blood. And then if she does a single strike. Let's see. Brutal Strike. No way to hit 2 of them with that. Shame. Oh, this is a different Brutal Strike. I guess with Raining Blood, I need to do a single target attack. So that would get both of you covered in blood. This one would not hit this other person. So we'll start here.
As honor, let your soul be.
So now they are both covered in blood. Then we switch back to this. And we can do Blade Dance.
Trust me.
And then Death from Above to land here.
The other side awaits.
And we'll call that a good use of a turn.
Chaos guides me.
Scorn the pain.
Okay, so we have Pascal. We've got an area attack. Which we could do something like this to hit both of them. We could hit both of them. If I could stand... Feels like there are places I could stand that I would do slightly better. But... I don't know. If I wanted to do... yeah, the area attack. I don't understand what the point of Machine Spirit Banishment is. It does additional damage, like shock damage, only to those who have Reject the Flesh, which means Tech Priests. But Tech Priests have shock healing. So using it on them just heals themselves. Like, what is the point of this? I don't really think I need to take out the Electro Priests first, because at least in that last fight we saw, they weren't really that scary. Strike, sweep, or a sweep that causes bleeding. Let's start here. Use this to hit most of them. And I think that's also hitting Pascal? No. Barely not. There, that's hitting Pascal, but it's missing one of them in the back, which is probably fine. So that gives us some bonuses. Then I could do... if I did analyze enemies, I wouldn't have the AP to do the double strike, or to hit both. So I could just go here. If I went here and tried this, then yeah, it just hits those two. Which might not kill this one. It might. Yeah, let's go for that. Nice. Very good. Excellent use of a turn.
Aim for the heart next time.
Okay, Cabela took a hit, but she's not injured. We could move Cassia forward. I could do that, actually. That hits 4 enemies and doesn't hit Cabela. Wait, this Electro Priest is claiming that he would be inside of that? No, you're not. That hits 5 enemies and none of our allies. Except I can't actually click it if it's not a legal location. Is there any spot that doesn't hit Cabela? Not really. So we'd have to move over some, which I can do. If we moved her here and then tried it. I mean, there's also the option of letting Cabela take the hit so that I can hit these guys as well. Wouldn't be the worst plan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually do that. Sorry, Cabela, but having her take 9 to 11 damage kills an extra enemy and nearly kills another one. And that feels like a good trade-off to me. Yeah.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Fear nothing.
Do you count as having an injury now? You still don't. Good, 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 good. Well, that took out basically all of them. So we could use 2 actions to give Cabela another turn to take a strike at this cultist. Or I can just move the cultist.
Try to die like grace, at least.
Alright. We have maxed out our finest hour option. Which means we could give Ignatius a free turn. Right before he takes another free turn. Or right before he gets to his actual turn. Can you see Ignatius? You can. Alright, do voice of command. Oh, he's too far away. Darn. Alright, voice of command on Cabela then. Just help her out because she's in a bad state. And then, yeah, we'll use finest hour on Ignatius.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Okay. So we will do what we did last time, of first lighting himself on fire. Then using orchestrate flames. Then, will any of you survive? Nope. You will. Why is that guy showing up? Like, if I use this, it looks like regardless of who I attack, he also gets hit. Which I'm fine with, I'm just confused. Well, let's take out the Electro Priest because he's got the most health.
All too easy.
Okay, this guy did not get hit. So I don't know why it was flashing claiming he would. If I use this on you... Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Suits my purposes.
That is a cool visual. Then let's move you into cover. That was an excellent use of a free turn. Cassia, you've already finished your turn. We've almost got our momentum back up, just from all the kills Ignatius pulled off. Argenta. Not really anywhere you can get to in cover, which is a shame. But if I just move you forward, you would have line of sight there, and line of sight onto these guys. Who's next out of them? That Electro Priest is pretty soon. You're pretty far back in turn order. You're very far back. Who is this? Way over here. Okay. Genta can't do anything about him, but we could have her try and take out this Electro Priest. So with that in mind, we could move her here. 56% chance to hit. Does very little damage. If you switched over to the sniper rifle and did a shot like this, 38%. That is really bad. We could do rapid fire to then have 8 shots on you. Sure.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Rapid fire, 8 shots, 60% chance. I can't increase that in any sort of way by aiming elsewhere, it seems.
I'll do it.
Wow, Argenta. Run and gun. You could get to here into some cover, which would feel pretty good. Then sniper rifle, take a shot here at 95%.
Doubt is for the weak.
So we didn't stop him from getting his turn, probably. Heinrichs won't be able to stop him. And I don't think you've done enough to make use of Furious Recital this turn. There we go. Back to high momentum. Heinrichs? I guess I can move and then charge. Let's do Iron Arm on yourself.
Naturally.
Then move. And charge to hit him. Possibly killing him.
Get me a target. I'm done with this one.
Success. You've got 2 AP left. I don't suppose you can invigorate Cabela from all the way over here. You cannot. So 1 AP for Endure and 1 AP for Word of the Emperor. Or you could take a shot. You took a single shot on someone. Can't even see anyone from where you are. Then never mind. I guess we will then do Endure and Word of the Emperor. Which will hit the 3 of us.
I won't object to it.
And that will be the end of your turn. I don't think Daring Breach makes a ton of sense at the moment. Yeah, the Electro Priests just don't do that much damage. And some of that, I'm sure, is us being protected from shock. Alright, let's... If we move you forward... From here, you can see a bunch of people. So I can light this guy on fire. Everyone else is out of range. I could instead do a sharp shot. Take out some of these guys. They're only 12 hit point guys, so not terribly concerning. I could hit this guy. Just have a perfect shot directly through those cables, which is sort of amusing. Let's just go fire on you.
Nothing I can't do.
Probably should have had my staff out for that. There we go. I could orchestrate flames to just keep you burning. Lightning arc. I didn't consider that. If we got closer... Say I do run and gun.
Not a problem for me.
Then move up to, say, here. I can't hit you, but hitting him would also kill that one. Which sounds pretty good. It's either that or try and ignite them again. Because they're not going to die at the start of their turn. Obviously, from where I'm standing, I can't, but I could move elsewhere to have that attack there. But I'm not, again, I'm not super worried about the Electro Priest. What if I used this? No, even with that, I can't. It doesn't arc over. That would get me to 1 action remaining. Revel and Slaughter. Which the ballistic skill doesn't particularly matter at the moment. But the critical chance would be nice. Sure. Revel and Slaughter. And then we can do this to kill these two.
Already done. Opposing me
Oh, it did hit him. Did it? Or was that hitting... No, you're at 42 of 42. Deflection 2. 2 shock damage to the Electro Priest, which got ignored. Okay. Probably even possibly healed it. Yeah, Electro Priest heals for 2 wounds. Okay. That's fine. It's a good turn for Ignatius. Yeah, so you're just not that worrying, those Electro Priests. I mean, the looked like it was saying it was Cabela's turn, and then suddenly it wasn't? Why did her turn just get skipped? Huh. Cabela missed turn. Is that due to something from the Veil degradation, maybe? Stunned. Because no one stunned her, I don't think. So I'm assuming that had to be Veil degradation caused her to be stunned. Wish it was more clearly stated. We look at you. What can we tell? Yeah, you're stunned for a round by Cassia. Oh. So when you were caught inside of her third eye, it stunned you. Okay. Well, we can move you to here and have you kill this guy. We don't really need to kill him, actually, because he's going to die to fire at the start of his turn. I mean, there might be a chance for him to make a save against it. Deals 12 damage to target at the end of their turn. It looks like it's always been at the start of the turn. Must pass an agility resistance test for the -10 penalty to stop burning. Yeah, I don't think I can rely on that. So let's... We could actually move him here so he's in cover, and then use this area attack, which takes 2 AP rather than 1, to finish him off while he's standing in cover. That probably has some value. There we go. Then we'll do analyze enemies on you. And joint analysis. Good enough. These Electro Priests are accomplishing literally nothing this whole fight. Fantastic.